May we all humbly bow down to all graces of all Buddhas, Mahabuddhas, Pacceka Buddhas, Mahapacceka Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Mahabodhisattvas, all the fully enlightened ones, the Arahants, the Maha-Arahants, the great masters, great gurus, the grace of Luang Por Posi Surya Khemarato, all the Buddha seeds, all the embodiments of the great perfections. Please hold the space for all of us. We would like to declare renunciation and evocation of all deluded desires and expectations within the body, mind, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, within the sensual pleasures that we have projected onto sounds, smells, tastes, touches, and shapes, all the mental elements and everything. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations within enjoyment, within being carried away by the desires, delusive attachments, and delusion, within anything. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations within verbal behaviors, all the fixation to mental projections and physical actions. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all vengeance, revenges, all the harbor thoughts to get back to someone, the fixation to the temporary relationships among one another, in the family, among fathers, mothers, sons and daughters, husbands and wives, relatives, friends, enemies, those kind supporters, ancestors, societies, small and large, nations, countries, homelands, global connections, and all universes and all galaxies. And within the natural elements of earth, air, water, and fire, space, from the tiniest micro connections to the largest one. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations within any concepts, ideas, thoughts, feelings, emotions, memories, and all practices of mindfulness, concentration, contemplations, meditative absorptions, meditative powers, wisdoms, smartness, quickness of the mind, supernatural powers, authoritative powers, in the way of using all efforts to achieve, to attain, to obtain anything, in the way of grasping, not giving. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all of these, grasping for anything, whether it is the worldly habits or spiritual habits, which is in the way of taking in, grasping for, instead of giving and sharing. And all the concepts, dogmas, doctrines, beliefs, disbeliefs, biases, belief values, and values given to anything whatsoever, giving to something that is not about taking, that is ungraspable. And from now on, we would like to request for forgiveness for all cases of karma, physically, mentally, and verbally, that we have used to relate with anything by using opinions and meanings. And we would like also to declare all the deluded desires, expectations, and fixation to opinions and meanings that don't purify themselves. They create circulation in this usage. May we humbly ask for forgiveness for any rejections towards the words of the Buddhas, towards the Satya Dharma, the Noble Truth, ignoring their words, ignoring their blessing, turning away from their blessing, being blocked by one's own opinions and attitudes towards the blessing of the graces of the Buddhas, Mahabodhisattvas, in any lifetimes, causing oneself to always reject, to always using opinions and meanings against Buddha's reflections, and even grasp their reflections as summing up and then putting all the efforts trying to achieve that which is unachievable. We would like to request for forgiveness for the cases of karma, of leading anyone away from the graces in any lifetimes, or chasing those with great fortune to be far away from their living places, facing difficulties, causing oneself also to face difficulties away from the homeland or living places, being homeless. May we humbly ask for forgiveness for all cases of karma, of having biases, criticizing, analyzing the words of the graces, thinking that it's the way of the practice, instead of letting go of the letting go itself, trying to let go and find methods and ways of letting go, causing oneself to deludedly circling around those practices. May we humbly ask for forgiveness for all cases of karma towards all graces in any which ways, and all the hurting and harming anyone, including natures, animals, locking up any animals who in the past were those with great blessed fortune, humans. Torture them, putting them in limited places chaining them, causing oneself to be locked up and living on islands, living or spending time in locked places, or having physical conditions, unable to move physically. May we humbly ask for forgiveness for all cases of karma. Ahosi, ahosi, ahosi. Let's open up further and further without focusing, without targets or destinations, widely open in the way of giving and sharing. The merits, great blessed fortunes, which is not fixated and not to be kept for oneself. Open up in the way of everything is from nothing is in anything, from not attached to the non-attachment itself. Everything is from disengagement itself. Not grasping for the non-grasping itself. This is the vessel that open up as a channel of giving instead of taking and trying to achieve, trying to attain anything. It's the opposite. Not grasping, even the non-grasping itself. Let's open up and by opening up in the way of giving this infinite force, it will purify all types of habits of grasping. Grasping becomes a habit. It is itself karma. It is itself a cause of karma, cause of suffering. And it is the suffering itself. The suffering is the unbearableness. It has weight. It has frequencies. So whatever that is formed up as the arising thoughts, feelings, memories, recalls, emotions, they don't come out from nothing. They don't come out of the blue. There is a cause, there are causes. And the effect is now. The appearance of this vessel. With the background of past karma of grasping from before, which is accumulated and crystallized into a chunk of mind, thinking that this is I, me, mine, you, yours, your, we, ours, our, and so on. And this has been delusively attached in this vessel, lifetimes after lifetimes, in the way of grasping. Therefore, one has been lost into the illusion of the assumed mind, assumed thoughts, assumed feelings, memories, emotions, even consciousness. This is including all beings, not just the humans. The appearance of the beings as humans or non-humans or animals, they have causes why they become that appearance. Causes are karma. The effect is the appearance of the forms and formlessness, body and mind. Forms are also in animal forms. When you have your cat were one of those who were humans and connected to you and always clinging to you. The mind is attached so much to you. And before dying, it was preoccupied and drowned in the mind of attachment to you. Including dogs are like that. So after they die, they are fated as being a cat or a dog. And this includes all types of animals. There are some causes behind their beings. So don't use your mind with them. They have minds with karma of grasping, composed of desire, delusion, and delusive attachments. Relating with that, turning into karma, and being fated by the cycle of karma, of samsara, and all appearances, form and formlessness in samsara come out through causes of karma. No exception. So there are some who are fated to be underground, deep underground, highest above, and in all levels of the three worlds. From the lowest dimensions to the highest dimensions in the 32 realms of existence. They came from the grasping mind. Highest heaven and heaven realms, they grasp for spiritual practices. Lowest ones, they grasp for the gross material forms with all the senses, sensual pleasures, including humans. These are the realms of existence that has been fated in those realms because of the grasping mind, which is, in other words, is called karma and karmic retributions, karmic difficulties. The highest heaven, they dwell in inward. They also grasp for spiritual attainment. It's the same grasping mind. It is also karma. That's why they are destined in those realms and unable to go beyond realms of existence. How to go beyond this cycle of realms of existence? It starts from opening up beyond opening, awakened beyond awakening, widen out further without focuses, destinations and targets, opening this channel as giving the infinite force of everything is from that which has nothing to do with anything. This formed up is karma as well, but it is the karma that leaves no trace of karma. It has self-purification in itself. Therefore, these reminders can be used. It will purify all the grasping mind. So diligently open up and help unwind for samsara using the reminders. Everything is from that which has nothing to do with attachment or non-attachment, grasping or non-grasping, discarding or not discarding. Then the grasping mind or the karma can be purified, including that we are using forgiveness statement to help the beings to release all the attachments of karma, of the grasping mind. Declaration of renunciation and evocation, cancellation of all attachments and expectations towards worldly habits and spiritual habits and Dhamma. open up beyond opening. Beyond the beyond. Scatter the infinite force into universes, the infinite universes. This will not limit the mind. To mind anything. Instead, it will purify minds that are minding until it's dissolved from grasping. This is called purification of the extinction and the emptiness through the infinite force of the great compassion. It is the assume up of the great compassion from this vessel that can have the immense power to purify through the extinction and the emptiness. Emptiness that is not emptiness. And take your time. Take your time. Each time that you assume to scatter the infinite force into samsara, underground, up in the space, in the sky, on the ground, into the gaps of every atom, into all elements of earth, air, water, and fire that has the remainings of the grasping minds of the beings, whether they are from humans or non-humans. Opening as giving instead of taking. This will dissolve self-importance right away.